Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Preiss, I just have a few questions on the inherently beneficial that we've limited our examination to tonight. Are you aware of any cases that have been decided in which a continuing care retirement community has been declared to be an inherently beneficial use?
No, I'm not.
All right, when you first testified, and I think to some extent last time, you talked about the aging in place and continuum of care as supporting, at least in part, the inherently beneficial nature of this use.
Yes.
And I gather that's because it's your position that the aging in place and continuum of care furthers the public health, safety, and welfare.
Yes. There's also the fact that each of the components within the CCRC have been deemed to be inherently beneficial. So there's that as well.
It's your position that an independent living facility has been deemed to be inherently beneficial?
No, and I made the clarification last time. If by independent living you mean solely shelter, in other words, solely housing, it would be. In this particular case, even though the units are in name referred to as independent senior living units, if you look at the nature of the housing and the services that are provided, it's more akin to congregate apartment housing or congregate care. And as I mentioned last time, per the JABA decision, such a facility has been deemed to be inherently beneficial. We also have case law indicating that assisted living is inherently beneficial and nursing homes are inherently beneficial. So it's not just the aging in place aspect, it's also the fact that each three components are inherently beneficial.
Could you just stop? Could you raise that microphone
I'm
up
sorry.
so the audience can hear you?
And I'm just going to let the board know, I'm not going to go through the Jaber case in detail with Mr. Preiss, because at least we did that last time with him, and we can leave that for the memos or whatever. So, are you aware of any case in which a court has considered an argument that a facility, even if it's not considered a continuing care retirement community, where aging in place in the continuum of care has been declared to be in furtherance of the public health, safety, and welfare?
Yes, in the JABA case itself,
Other than JABER. I understand JABER.
No, JABA is relevant because not only did they
No, but I'm
declare.
not asking about that. I understand your position on that.
Well, I haven't finished, and if you'd allow me to answer
Well, that's,
an
I'm throwing my
aspect.
question. Let me ask you another question. Other than the JABER case, are you aware of any other case in which the aging in place and continuum of care has been placed before a board or a court, actually a court, and they found it to be in furtherance of the public health, safety, and welfare?
No.
So you're unaware of any case in which anyone that you're familiar with has made this argument that constitutes furtherance of the health, safety, and welfare?
Other than the fact that in the case that I referred to, the JABA case, it was congregate care and nursing, and there was a recognition in that particular case that the inherently beneficial nature was enhanced by the fact that those who were in the congregate care, as they aged, could move into the nursing home. So I don't believe that it's necessary to go beyond that case in making that distinction.
How come they wouldn't move into assisted living from congregate care?
I think when the case was rendered, which was, I believe in 1990, assisted living wasn't an established form of housing and residential health care.
Okay, but just to go back to my original point, other than that JBAR information that's provided us, you're unaware of any court that has ever been considered the aging in place and continuum of care in the context of whether that meets the public health, safety, and welfare?
Yes, in the state of New Jersey, yes.
There's no case.
As far as I'm aware, they may be, but I'm not aware of it.
Now, the congregate care, I mean, there's a lot of things that a lot of different housing projects provide, and they're all different. Some have some things, some have other things.
I just want the audience to be able to hear you.
I'm usually pretty loud. Everybody usually tell me to shut up. appreciate that. All right. And your suggestion here is that because you provide these various support services, that it takes on the characteristic of an inherently beneficial use. Is that correct?
Yes, based on the Jaber decision and based in terms of their definition of what constitutes congregate care, as well as what the